So did we need to start calling the wind a spirit, essence even maybe? See, the thing is, indigenous culture don't feel picked on. If you would just accept last human reset 1728, just know the last human reset was 1728. So you can't go back hundreds of years and what you think, and any of us. Does the colonized children come to you with like, well, I was told this is traditional, this is what we did in our sweat lodges? I mean, do you get what I'm saying? We get it, but like that doesn't hold any merit. That doesn't make something true. Do you understand? Traditional since when? 1728. What is only? I mean, do you understand? Yes, it's your land and whatnot. If you're not owning slaves and killing each other, or ripping hearts out of your children because you're afraid it isn't going to rain. That's another thing where the Aztecs and Mayans came from Tartaria. Okay, I'm not trying to badmouth them, but like we got to. Okay, I'm not saying Tartaria polluted any water, but this concept of free energy. Of course, the energy's free. It's in the ether, which we cannot have on the periodic table because it would not allow us to be spinning at the same time. We cannot be spinning and have the ether, so therefore we don't have the ether on the periodic table, which is the universe, which is the Akashic Records. Oh, who would have thought that? Who would have thought the Akashic Records, the universe, and the ether are the exact same thing, just different black magic nomenclature? That's where we got to remember about the nomenclature. We got to get over the irrelevance of the nomenclature. Okay? Get over it quickly, guys. This comes like, that's why I had no problem accepting the timeline of the scriptures, because like, we know that love hasn't sat on its ass for millions of years, right? John Washington of China. That's what was so strange about that. I don't know what he did. He claimed to have done something on a computer, and then I should be grateful and free because I got some information from some psychotic idiot that's claiming there's galaxies, lying to our children, and that love has sat on its ass for millions of years, letting the parasite have its way. Well, no, lo and behold, this last human reset has only been since 1728. Okay? So that's all y'all that know. That know that love hasn't sat on its ass for millions of years, and it's nihilism of Darwin, and you just came accident from a soup. Look at these solar flares. I mean, look at the video now where they have the planets spinning around, chasing the sun itself. Yet they claim to have some stable picture of the sun with flares coming out of it, just sitting there. Oh my God! Come on, guys! Come on, guys! Gotta give it a rest, guys. Come on. It's not that hard. Y'all making this shit hard. This shit really easy. The human really is. The human makes this shit hard, and this shit is really easy. Okay? As a reminder, not just that, because it seems indigenous cultures are calling entities that hide, I would say, in the fourth dimension, whatever the fourth dimension is. But there's entities that hide or cloak in the fourth density, or just cloak military cloaking technology. They're calling them spirits. Well, that's not essence. That wouldn't be accurate. That's just hiding. That's different density. That's hiding in a different density. That's parasitism. There's no reason to give them some extra homage. It's like, spirit. They're saying like they're spirits, therefore they're superior. No, if they're hiding in a different density, then that's not superiority. That's what a parasite, a Valush had to do. That's just a slight reminder. So I just wasn't expecting this war with the indigenous cultures. Because I'm not going to do it. I'm bypassing that. Okay, I'm not falling for any of this internet. Some of y'all have way too many followers. Y'all are not left for dead. And a true indigenous person is like protecting a tree and gets carted off. So a true indigenous person is a woman protecting the forest. And then gets literally picked up by her feet and her arms and dragged out and potentially put in jail if not. God knows how many times it happened. That's what happens to a real indigenous person, not someone with thousands of followers on an app. So I don't think it's saying that. He knows. It knows what it did, and the whole point is to not return 111 measly dollars because it's obviously given under false pretenses. I didn't know to make fun of him. I'm an elder, so I'm trying to support. Especially a native. I'm not going to I don't know what that I had no idea what that is for. He's got this. I thought, well, that's his alternate personality for this and whatever. Who cares? As long as the lyrics, the words are accurate and substantial, who cares? I would never go out to make fun of something that could easily just rip to shreds. I'm trying to support the young indigenous Native to our island male. Just because basically because analytics of like what we're doing to the earth is like, would support that. But like when I see you do the Azazel spirit of the Alabama Indian that went on to John Washington, I've seen pop up, more than several other times. When you transfer the Azazel spirit and you're the exact same height as him, and all of a sudden you're out there dunking and you're doing stuff, you're knowing stuff about me. You're not supposed to know about. You know about me and Crystal Amanda, yet you weren't there. And then all of a sudden, like, I mentioned goofy ass groupie, and someone mentioned that, and I don't know if it bothers him or not. All of a sudden, like, oh, my videos were released. I couldn't get any views on TikTok until I mentioned goofy ass groupie, and all of a sudden something shifted. Or I was just getting like regular person get views. Of course, I'm not on there anymore. But this thing, that's just an example. That ain't about the dollar amount. This is about, can an ancestor do anything? Can an ancestor do anything for something that volunteered that doesn't have to be here? And can get no... Thing is, I can't control my animal intake. I'm limited in what I can eat if I don't have my own monopoly money. Or destroy. It's that simple. You destroy the monopoly money, or you allocate it to those that will dispense it correctly. And again, how come there is, if love exists, if love exists, there's no option. If love actually exists, the digital monopoly money has to be destroyed ASAP, and or it given to those who will allocate it properly and responsibly. And then that situation can only be temporary. That situation is only temporary. That's not harp on it. But you to keep leaving me for dead is not acceptable, or anyone like me. If I'm left for dead, then I know there's a child left for dead somewhere that has given and risked and has done the impossible, has been the miracle for someone else, and yet it can get nothing. That child can get nothing done for them in a time of emergency. So I cannot possibly be the only one. So love, either you exist or you don't. And if you exist, you have no option but to do what's already demanded of you.